Okay, let's talk about the Supreme Court and as well as other federal and state courts being packed with right wing ideologues. Well, as I call them, criminals. Uh, so, Ring of Fire just did a story about a Democratic candidate, who I've never heard of, who was talking about how one of the important things that Democrats have to do is to dismantle the the packing by Republicans in courts all across the country, as well as the Supreme Court. And understand this. Remember that it was the Democrats who crossed the aisle and helped to put through the Supreme Court nominations. It was the Democrats during the time that Obama, who had the majority, both in all three branches, who allowed the Republicans, who were a minority, to stop the appointment, the court appointments. So understand, corporate Democrats, whether they are corporate Democrats like Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and I can't think of the other one. For some reason, it always escapes me. But she recently went viral with a bunch of children who from the Sunrise Movement, who came to her office, and she said, "I've been in office for 30 years, and I have 7 grandchildren, and I don't respond well to my way or the highway." I don't know why I keep blanking on her name. Oh, Dianne Feinstein, and Joe Manchin, and all these other criminals that call themselves Democrats, and the Republicans are the criminals as well, all of them. But remember this: it's not just Republicans who are packing the courts; it is the Democrats. And that's because both parties are criminal organizations. Both parties are involved in the destruction of any semblance of democracy. That it is both parties who are neo-fascist. It is both parties who are selling out and committing treason for the corporate oligarchy and the corporate state, the corporate fascist state. So no, the Ring of Fire is wrong, as so many others. You have to think critically and understand, as Chris Hedges states, that the criminals are the ones running the government. It is the criminals who are free to commit more crimes with their legitimacy, with this so-called legitimacy, against the vast majority of the people. So no, Democrats do not get a pass. Republicans do not get a pass, because they're all criminals. There are only a handful who are true representatives, servants of the people. The rest are either criminally negligent or outright criminals. And that's in a nutshell. But this Democratic candidate, whom I've never heard of, the Ring of Fire mentions, he's right about the courts. He is absolutely right about the courts. But he's wrong in stating it's just the Republicans, because it is both criminal organizations. And they are a criminal organization because they do act like mafia. Just as the corporations are acting like mafia. Just as the president is acting like a mafia boss. Chuck Schumer acts like a mafia boss. Nancy Pelosi acts like a mafia boss. Every Republican in the Senate and the House acts like a mafia boss. Every Republican-controlled state acts like mafia bosses. And there are independents who are acting in concert with these mafia bosses. The media is complicit. They are committing seditious treason. And when I say media, I'm talking about the corporate media. They are seditious, treasonous propagandists. That is what they are.